I'm not a graphic designer. I just put that on the title so that you'd click on it. So get clickbaited, dork. What I am, however, is a sports fan, and in front of me today sits a wheel that has every team in the NFL, NBA, NHL, and MLB on it, and I'm going to give this wheel a spin, and whichever team it picks out for me, I am going to go through their entire logo history and rank them all on a tier list to ultimately decide which design is/was their best, or is/was their worst. Let's see who we land on, shall we? Give me a good one, baby. Give me a good one, baby. The Arizona Cardinals. That is not a good one, baby. Oh no, my hand slipped and now I have to do a different one. No, it spun the wheel a second time. Oh, that's so sad. Oh, the Dallas Stars. Oh, we have to do them now, I guess. What a shame. Well, there's nothing we can do about it now. Oh well. But first, some ground rules. Not every minor alteration of a logo will be given a spot on the tier list. In the event two logos are nearly identical, I will pick the most relevant variant to be represented. Different color palettes of the same design will only be included if the color change has a significant enough impact on my overall opinion of the logo. Teams that no longer exist are given their own spot on the wheel and therefore will not be lumped in with the teams that replaced them, as they are considered to be two completely separate entities. Wordmark logos will not be included. Once you have accepted these terms and conditions, you may freely return to the video. Alright, so we got our tier list here. No funny business for the names, just straight up S through F. We're not going to make this confusing. Starting off, of course, with the original Dallas Stars logo here. I've seen a lot of love for this logo in recent years. I think it's just largely because they changed away from it. That tends to be how it is. I remember when this was their logo, nobody said anything about it, and then they switch away from it, and all of a sudden, oh, it's one of the best logos ever. Sure, yeah. No, you definitely thought that when it was still around. I don't know. To me, it's fine. It's a very basic logo, I think. I've never loved when teams feel the need to put like the entire team name like written down in the logo rather than just having like a symbol. I've always been more of a visual guy. You know, it looks fine. One thing I don't like is whatever's going on here. I mean, I understand they cut it off to make this part like the A, but did they have to cut it off? I feel like if you just left that connected, I would have gotten the gist. But overall, I don't know. I like the colors of it a lot. I like the gold and the green. I always thought that was a cool kind of color scheme. It's a very basic, like, your team's called the Stars. What do you do? This. Uncreative, but doesn't look bad either. Moving on, we have their first alternate logo. As you can see, it is the one that is on the shoulder patch of this jersey here. I'm kind of mixed on this logo. I feel like it could be kind of cool, but to me, in the state that it is in, it looks unfinished. I don't know. The D feels randomly placed. That is where Dallas is in Texas, so it does make sense. Even then, it still just kind of looks a little thrown together. It looks like unfinished. Also, why is the part of the star still cut off? Like, it's not supposed to be an A anymore. Now it's just a star. It's still cut off. I don't like that. This looks like a rough draft of like what they want. But even in its unfinished state, does it look bad enough? I don't think so. I think it is another C tier. I think if they just filled it in with a different color, it would probably look a lot less unfinished. Oh, would you look at that? I was right. So this right here is the green variant of this logo. Like I said before, you know, color changes won't count unless they totally kind of change my opinion. And this looks a lot better in green. This looks far more like a finished, like, yeah, this is their logo. Granted, it's not great. I think this is probably the best logo we've seen so far from this team, but it is not like anything amazing. C tier again for the third time. But it is going to be above the other two for sure. But so far, things are not looking all that interesting in Dallas. They got to do something more interesting. Oh wow, they did something more interesting. Now, when I look at this logo with my childlike wonder, I see a cool constellation in the shape of a bull. When you specifically, look at this logo, you see a human uterus, you sick fuck? Yes, this logo is famously, or infamously rather, referred to as the Mooterus because of its resemblance to Well, I mean, just look at it. If I'm being completely honest here, if the reproductive resemblance wasn't pointed out to me, I don't know if I would have noticed it. Like, I don't even know what a woman is. You expect me to know what's inside of them? Conceptually, it is such a cool idea. It's like the only cool idea the stars have like ever had. But yeah, it is hard to ignore. It is hard to ignore. Okay, yeah, looking at it closer now, yeah, how the hell did they not see that? My God, there's something here. They were cooking. My question has always kind of been, what is this about on the side here? Again, you have that star with the stupid cut off tip again. Why did they keep that? Why the red? Maybe that's a reference to the menstrual cycle, perhaps. I'm gonna stop. This is an S tier idea that was executed so poorly that it drops it significantly. Honestly, B. Yeah, I'm saying it. We've got the current logo now. They rebranded to this in 2013. This is not good at all. People don't like this one. This is commonly referred to as one of the weaker logos in the NHL, and I agree. I don't think it's the worst one, but it's not good. I think the green outline does a lot to carry this logo. Without it, this would probably be like a total F tier. The green pops, that victory green as they call it, it's still not good. I mean, it's just a spiky D, which I'm fairly certain male cats have a spiky D. Look that up. Just look up male cat genitalia. Why do I keep talking? We've first the uterus, now the penis. Look at me go. This logo though, I mean, it says it right there on the logo. That's a D. That is a D. Things are not getting better. This is the roundel that they currently use on the shoulders of their jerseys. The roundel is a very common thing in not just sports, but logos in general. You shrink down your main logo, you put it in a little circle, and then you put this big text surrounding it. Lame. They're all the same. Ooh, did I just spit bars there for a second? Gonna spit some bars about the Dallas Stars. Your logo's ass. Jamie Benn has no class. Another D tier. This is worse than the other one. Give me something not boring. Hello. So of all the Texas designs we've seen them try to do so far, this is definitely the most interesting, probably the best looking one, I think. The star placement, the D placement is a lot better on this one. Probably the best logo we've seen so far. That's not saying a whole lot considering what it's up against, but I do think that this is a B tier logo. It'll go above old Mooterus here. We still have yet to see an A. Pretty mid selection so far. Oh, and it's not getting better. It is not getting better. Again, same design as the other one, but now we've got the fucking weird neon green, but also what is this? Like the weird like pattern here? I don't know. I actually don't mind it is the thing. Like it's kind of like looking at it, I was expecting to kind of shit on this logo when it first popped up, and now I'm like looking at it more. It's actually not bad. I actually don't mind it at all. I think it's kind of neat. It's kind of unique. I do think it stands out. Fuck, am I about to put this like as the best one? Is this the best Stars logo? The jersey sucked, so I just assumed I would hate the logo, but looking at it just by itself, am I growing and learning as a person? Am I learning to accept things that are different? I don't usually love two-tone logos like this, especially not when there's like this bright neon. I don't hate it though. I'll put it here. I'm surprised I actually have this above the Mooterus logo. I'm not gonna overthink it. I'm just gonna keep going. Oh, this is not good. This was the 2020 Winter Classic. This was the logo that they rolled out for that game. First we have the Mooterus, and now we have the STDers. They have not learned. We got a star, a D. We can go all the way back to the cat penis if we want to. I'm not gonna do that though. I'm not gonna use that in the video. I'm gonna cut that part out. I mean, let's really dissect this logo. So this is supposed to say Stars with a star in the middle. That's very creative. And then you have a D surrounding it for Dallas. It didn't look terrible on a jersey, but you're telling me that just as a logo, this looks good? No, come on. No, it's a D. It's a D. It might be the worst. Well, I don't know. Which one would I rather wear on like a t-shirt or something? This one or the roundel? I honestly think this one. Look at this. Look, we got a perfect little grid going here. Okay, I debated putting this one on here, but I felt like there's like a symbolic reason to have it on here, you know? Like they traded gold for silver, not just literally, but figuratively throughout their design history, as they, used to have better designs and then they went to worse designs. Honestly, they've never had good logos. This analogy would work a lot better for the jerseys now that I'm thinking about it. So, we'll save it for that potential video down the line, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. It looks fine in silver. It doesn't really move the needle much for me. I don't know. I think I like the gold a little more. I think the silver gets lost on any background that isn't like black. You know, I think a good logo stands out on any background. So we're going to put this right next to the other one here. C tier. There you go. Wow. Here we have it, folks. Here we have it. Wait! There's actually one more logo that I almost forgot to mention. For this one, we have to go back to that 2020 Winter Classic game. The ST Deers was obviously the primary used for that event, but they did have a secondary logo, and they just didn't put it anywhere. It was not used on any promotional material. It was not printed on any merch. I do not believe a digital graphic of this logo ever existed. It was used exclusively in one place, and that was on the jersey itself for that event, and it was a patch that looked like this. Sorry if it's kind of underwhelming, but yeah, this counts for the list. It is a unique Stars logo. I feel like if they put a star in there instead of the D, it wouldn't look bad. It wouldn't look bad, but they put the D. This very well could just be on like a mug in a Dallas gift shop. It's pretty lame, so for that reason, we're gonna have to just put this in D. Is it better than the ST Deers one though? I'm gonna go second to last. At least this one like has a star in it, and the team is called the Star. It makes more sense. Okay, so now we actually have our finalized tier list here. I think. Is there any changes I want to make? I am debating maybe moving this logo up to B. I don't know. I'm gonna keep it at the top of C tier. I feel like I need to be pretty strict on this, you know. So this is what our final tier list looks like, which means now we can definitively say which logo's the worst and which is the best. I'm gonna go through all of them. All of the placements. Coming in last place as the worst Stars logo ever is this guy, the Roundel. A lame logo is far worse to me than an ugly logo. At least you tried with an ugly logo. At least it makes me feel something. This makes me feel nothing. This is the most generic Roundel I've ever seen. This is officially the worst logo that the Stars have ever used. At the time of this video, though, they still proudly wear it on the shoulders of their jerseys. So hooray. Coming in second to last is another very, very boring logo. It's that one that we finished off with here. Just the D in the Texas patch. Like I said, just something you'd get in a gift shop in Dallas. There's like no imagery here to suggest this is even a Stars logo, like at all. Still in D tier, coming in third to last is the ST Deers logo. A little more complete of a logo than the last two, a little more unique. Other than the flaw of being able to say it says ST Deers on it, it's also just boring. Finishing in 8th place is their current primary logo. It's not good, and it's only 8th on the ranking, which is crazy. A logo like this is pretty bad, and it's still not even like their worst one, or even second worst one. That's crazy to me. In 7th place, we're getting into the ones that are at least a little better now. This guy, like I said, it looks a little unfinished and white. It's just an outline with the choppy star and the weirdly placed D. Don't love it, but it is a substantial step up from the ones below it. In 6th place, we have the silver Dallas Stars. This is their current alternate logo. Coming in 5th place now is their original logo. I like the gold more than the silver, but I don't hate the silver either. I just think the gold kind of pops a little more. It's a fine logo. It's not great. I don't love it. We're still in the C tiers right now. Finishing at the top of C tier though, in 4th place, is the green variant of that Texas logo, the original one. Like I said, looks a lot better in green, but overall still the design is odd. I wish it was just the star. I don't really like the D in there. Now moving into B tier, which is the highest we got. Finishing with the bronze medal is the Mooterus. I kind of thought this was going to finish a little higher, actually, but it did not. Great idea, flawed execution. You've heard it before at this point. Finishing in second, and I cannot fucking believe this, is the neon green logo here on its own without the rest of that butt ugly jersey that it was on. I actually don't mind it. I still don't like it. I will say that. I don't love this logo, but we're talking about the Dallas Stars here. They don't have a very good logo history, so this ends up somehow being the second best logo that they have ever had. Coming, of course, behind our top logo here, this guy, this secondary mark. They know that this is their best logo. They use it at center ice currently at the time of this video. I think it is still just kind of awkward looking, but it is definitely the best of the Dallas Stars for sure. So there you have it, folks. I'm glad we got the Dallas Stars out of the way. They didn't give me a lot to work with. Hopefully the next time I spin this wheel, I'll get a team with some better logos that at least reach into A tier. I mean, come on. Oh yeah, for those wondering, here's that Arizona Cardinals ranking.